How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another video. So today I want to talk about the golden party hat that is going to be getting released into the game next week. Or depending when this video goes out, the event actually already might be live. So I'm going to go over how you can obtain one yourself in game, and then I want to talk about my opinions on Jagex bringing out, I guess, a somewhat controversial item into the game. Now, I only say controversial because I've got friends that have kind of spoken to me about certain concerns about this item being released, but we'll get to those in a bit. So if you do end up enjoying this video, then do give the video a like. Dislike it if you dislike it, and if you are new, then please do subscribe. We also have a Discord channel, which I will link down in the description if you guys want to join. It's where I post videos as soon as they go live, so if you want to join that, then you know where that is. And with all that being said, let's get into the video. Alright, so how and exactly when are we going to be able to get hold of one of these golden party hats? So, Jagex did post a big patch notes on this, and you can see here that the event is going to last from the 22nd of November all the way to January the 3rd. So we're going to have 6 weeks to collect these shards, which obviously we will get to in a second. And you need to collect 8 of those to make yourself a full party hat. So how exactly are we going to be collecting them? So as you can see, there is 11 different ways, and we need to collect 8 out of the 11 to make ourselves a full party hat. So after quickly looking at these, it seems like number 1, number 2, number 9, 10 and 11 are going to be the easiest ways to get the first 5 out of your 8 that you're going to want. So if we quickly go through them, number 1, you basically just need to go have a chat with the wise old man who's going to be outside of the Grand Exchange. Number 2 is going to be completing the Once Upon a Time in Gillinor anniversary quest, which I think everyone's going to probably do anyway. From number 9, we just need to get to level 15 in the Yak track. Number 10 is going to be just spending 30 million gold in game, which is not a ton of money, I guess. And number 11 is going to be using the Premier Club, which I've already got. I don't know if other people will have. I'm assuming so. But if we have a look at the other ones, so number 3 is going to be anytime you get a Mark of War, you're going to get a chance to earn one of these shards. Shards are also a possible drop from completing clue scrolls. 1 shard can be had when training combat skills, so just doing any sort of combat is going to be a pretty easy way to get that. Same with gathering skills, artisan skills, and support skills. Now, I believe you can only get 1 out of these, for instance. So combat skills, if you get 1 during combat, you know, you're not going to be able to get 1 for attack, 1 for strength, 1 for defense. It's just going to be 1 for combat, and the same with the gathering skills, artisan skills, and the support skills. Once you've got all 8 of the shards in your inventory, you just got to go to the wise old man and yeah, convert it to a golden party hat, which is going to be tradable, but I believe you're only going to be able to collect 1 per account, purely because of them taking up 8 of the 11 shards, and you're not going to be able to get more than 1 from each of these. And yeah, like it says down here, real quick, it's between the November the 22nd and January the 3rd, and there's going to be a grace period of 2 weeks at the end of the event until January the 17th, where you can trade them in case you can't get online in time, sort of by the end of, the start of January. So you've got 2 weeks after that to trade them in, but you won't be able to make any more. Alright, so now that we've covered on how you can get your own gold party hat, let's sort of move on to the more sort of discussion-y part, opinion part of this video. Now, before I get into this, obviously this is going to be my own personal opinions and a couple of opinions of a couple of friends of mine. I do want to know what you guys have to say, so do post stuff down in the comments. Obviously, feel free to disagree with what I have to say. You know, you guys can have a discussion in the comment section, just don't get toxic, there's absolutely no need for it. You know, that is the whole point of having an opinion at the end of the day. So I personally have always really liked the idea of tradable rares being put into the game. And I actually really like the way that they've implemented this one. You know, they've made it so that basically you can just go play the game however you want, and there's a chance at getting one of those shards. Although saying that, there is obviously going to be a point where you are going to have to grind out a certain thing for a certain shard. But at the end of the day, you are still just sort of playing the game as it's kind of intended to be. I'm really not a massive fan of items in game that you just have to grind one thing for like 20 hours just to get enough points or whatever just to get that item. I don't think that's a very fun way of doing it. So yeah, I personally really like the way that they've implemented this, and I really like the idea of actually getting another party hat. Now, I personally don't own any party hats anymore. I used to have a full party hat set back in about 2007, and obviously, you know, I wish I kept hold of it now looking at the prices of them. But at the end of the day, I made a lot of money back in the day with them, and, you know, it is what it is, right? And for me, if I was ever to go back and try and collect them, you know, I would like to actually go collect all of them, and this would just be another one to go collect. However, with that being said, I have actually spoken to a few people that I know that own party hats already, some of the like original ones, and a few of them seem to have some concerns about the price of the original party hats and sort of the, I guess, the status of what they kind of show and prove at the moment. I guess their point was that if you see a party hat nowadays, you kind of go, yeah, that's a hell of a lot of money. Whereas they seem to feel that these are going to actually devalue that, and I really don't think that's personally going to be the case. Now, the reason I say that is because this is essentially going to be available for every single account, and I'm going to say right now that I bet about 50% of people that actually get one are probably going to start wearing it out just to kind of show it off a bit. So absolutely everybody is going to be wearing them, and they're just not going to be that kind of like wow factor of, okay, that guy has this super rare item that's really expensive on their head. It's going to be a fairly common item that I think quite a lot of people are going to end up having. Essentially, if I saw two players stood next to each other, one person wearing a blue party hat and one wearing a gold, I know that that person with the blue party hat has either had it for ages or worked their ass off to get it. Whereas the gold one, like I said, you know, it's going to be pretty common. I think the majority of players are going to end up having one. So personally, I don't think that these golden party hats are going to end up devaluing any of the originals. It really shouldn't affect the price at the end of the day. They are still going to be collectible items that, you know, you can't get anymore. However, with that being said, I do think that the price of the originals are just absolutely extortionate and are so far out of reach for the ordinary player that they're just unobtainable, really. That honestly is one of my problems with the original party hats. Their inflation on them is just so high that through normal gameplay, there is no way that you make enough money per hour to actually ever be able to afford one. Not unless you are literally chucking thousands of hours into making money. And that for me is going to make this golden party hat a pretty good item for those ordinary players that just want a party hat. They don't care what colour it is, they just want a party hat. It's going to be super obtainable for everyone, you know, just through normal gameplay, so I really like the idea of it, honestly. But yeah, that is just my personal opinion on this whole thing. Like I said, feel free to disagree with me, and I do want to see what people have to say, so do put down in the comments what you guys think of this, and whether or not you guys are actually going to go grind it out. But yeah, I think that is going to do it for today's video. So if you did end up enjoying this video, then do give the video a like, dislike it if you dislike it, and if you are new then please do subscribe. And as usual, I will catch you in the next one.